Hey everybody, long time no see. I'm sorry it's been a little while since I've gotten a video up, but I did want to. It's just been continuing to be a whirlwind. Still got a lot going on and a lot of things kind of in flux, but I did want to get you guys at least updated on some of the last couple weeks and my treatment has changed, and I guess I'll just jump right in. Actually, I think last time I put up a video. It was all in flux. Like we just didn't know what to do yet. I hadn't seen any of the specialists to find out what the next step in treatment should be, given that nothing so far had worked. Um, since then, we had talked on the phone with the doctor, the GU oncologist at Moffitt in Tampa, which is the facility where I was being treated, but not the doctor. But we talked to him on the phone, and he gave us a quick kind of a rundown. So we were able to write down the treatments that he thought might be effective and what they entailed. And it was really, really nice actually for him to give us a call to do that. And he happened to call us the morning before we were flying out to Indianapolis to see Dr. Larry Einhorn, who is the guy who's been doing this for a long time. And he's often just credited as the guy who cured testicular cancer. Um, he basically was the first person to find a treatment and the first actual cure for a patient. Now we're all different, of course. We all have different cancers, so doesn't doesn't mean necessarily that I'll get cured by the guy, but he's the guy to go to talk to when you've got testicular cancer. I mean, he's the my current oncologist once referred to him as the Pope of testicular cancer treatment. So we figured why not fly out for a consultation and at least see what he thinks, see what options he thinks would be good, and then we could take that information back and be treated in Jacksonville. So we did that, and we actually had a nice time in Indianapolis. Sat down and talked to Dr. Einhorn after answering the usual questions and getting my medical records up there and everything. And not a whole lot of good news necessarily, but not a whole lot of news that we didn't already know either. Um, because he was very straightforward. He said, there are some treatments that I could do going forward to help slow or possibly put the disease in remission. But the cancer I've got is, as I've mentioned, it's a really, really, really resilient, and it's extremely strong and it's extremely aggressive. So essentially, he wanted to set realistic expectations, which I was happy with. I'm glad to have realistic expectations. I don't need anybody giving me puppies and rainbows when it's not puppies and rainbows. He said that any of the treatments that we have right now actually curing what I've got is a long shot, a really, really long shot. It could happen, but it's highly, highly unlikely. And any remission that we achieve is likely to be for months, not years. So I'll have to probably, if we get to the point where the disease seems to be in remission and not doing anything, I'll probably have a few months of not having to deal with it before having to go back to treatment again. So that's that. And long story short, there were only a handful of treatments that were going to be effective going forward. One of which was a clinical trial in Indianapolis, which just logistics wise was not going to be possible for me to do. And also, it was one where they had only treated, like 8 people, and they don't even have results for those yet. So, maybe in the future that'd be something to look at. But right now, I just can't get to Indianapolis regularly, especially when there are other treatments that I can do at home. Which brings you to the treatment that I'm doing right now, which is actually it's a chemotherapy pill. It's a drug that I have had before, but the way Dr. Einhorn described it, it's a schedule-dependent drug. So me taking this for 30 days straight is going to be miles more effective than I was only having it for, a week at a time, mixed with other drugs in the meantime. So it's called etoposide, and I take a pill. I alternate between one pill and two pills every single night, and it's really nice to not have to go get hooked up to a machine to have everything injected. I get to just be at home, which is really great. And we have a backup. We've got there's another intravenous chemotherapy regimen called Gemox that may be effective, or at least it won't be as ineffective as some of the other things that were suggested. Uh, so anyway, right now I'm just going to keep taking these chemo pills, and we haven't really seen any results yet because we haven't really tested. I've only been on them for, I guess, a week and a half ish. I did have to go into the hospital, and we were able to get it started then, which was really good. So I've been on these drugs for about a week and a half, and we'll see how it goes. So that's the update about treatment and everything, and I'll hopefully be able to get back on here and get you guys another video about how I'm feeling in general. It's not been great, which is part of the reason why I haven't been making videos, but I did want to thank everybody. There was a huge outpouring of just positive stuff and love and really good stuff after my last video, and I don't even know how to thank you guys for that. It really does matter. It matters a lot, and it means a whole lot to me to read and hear the things that people were saying. So before I get all choked up, I guess I'll say goodbye, but I really do love you guys out there, and thank you guys for watching, and appreciate you guys kind of walking along this journey with me. It's really good to know that I'm not alone. So yeah, that's treatment update at least. So I'll try and get back on here every once in a while and get you guys, keep you guys up to speed. Okay, bye.